Here's the question. You have been given two identical DOM tree structures, DOM tree A and DOM tree B, with root nodes A and B respectively. You've also been given a leaf node N, which is denoted by node A. Now this leaf node is the node of the DOM tree A. What you are expected to find is another leaf node in DOM tree B, denoted as node B, which is at the exact same position. And these two DOM trees are exactly identical, so the positions will remain the same. But we know the value of this node A, but we do not know the value of node B, which is what you need to find in this problem. So we have two DOM trees. I'm going to call the first one as a DOM tree A and the second one is DOM tree B. Let me draw this DOM tree A. The root contains 2 children and the child contains 3 children, and the last child, which is N, which is the child of the first child. The root is called root A, and I'm going to number these children as 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, and the last one is index 0. If we traverse from root A to the node, we will end up in this path. But we're actually interested in the reverse path because we can only find out the root starting from the child. So the path will be node A, if we call this as node A, comma 2, comma 1, comma root A. This is the path from the node to the root. But we are actually interested in the reverse of this because we need to find from parent to the child. Now in DOM tree B, we have the exact same structure because that is what is given to us, except that there is a node M, which the value we don't know yet. So now we can also give indices for this, calling this as the root B. The child is 0 and 1. It has 0, 1, 2, and the last one is 0. This we're going to call it as node B in our program. Now the path from the root to the node is what we are interested in, which we are going to derive from the path we found in the DOM tree A. So the path is 1, 2, 0. If you look at the children and if you look at the indices, this will be matching. Oh, by the way, and in this we can just remove node A and we can put 0 here. I'm going to create a function called getSymmetricNode, which is going to find the value of node M or node B. We're going to take root A from document.getElement by ID, assuming that the ID of root A is root A, and we're going to replicate it to root B and the node A as well. So these three are the things that we have in our hand. First, we are going to find the path like we discussed in the algorithm, and then we are going to find the node using this path. To find the path, we're going to make a function call saying let path from node equals get path from node, and we are going to pass arguments root A and node A here because they belong to the DOM tree A. After finding this path, we're going to define one more variable, node from path equals a function get node from path, and now this time we're going to pass root B and this path we obtained earlier. Let me change it to path2 node. So here we have the value of node B using .innerHTML. I'm returning it. I've opened Chrome DevTools here and loaded apple.com. I'm interested in this ribbon here, so I'm going to point at it, and it is denoted by $0. In the console, if I do $0, I'll get the actual ribbon div. Now I can perform a lot of operations on $0. If I do $0.parentElement, I'm going to get the parent of this ribbon, which is model content. If I do $0.children, I'm going to get all the children of this. But this is a HTML collection, so I'm interested in arrays because I can manipulate arrays. What I'll do is I'll do let children equals array.from method, and I'm going to pass $0.children. This will convert the HTML collection into an array here, if you can see. So on this array, I can now manipulate it and I can find out what are the indices of this child. Let's go back to the code. We are going to implement get path from node function now. So before that, I'm going to make this as an IFI because I need to execute it to get the actual return value. Now let's implement this function called get path from node, and we are going to pass the root and the node. First of all, we are calling this from the DOM tree A, so the root will be root A and node will be node A. Let's declare a path array, empty array, and we're going to assign current node to the node. Now, until this current node becomes the parent node, which is the root node, I want to execute this particular loop. What I'll do is I'll grab the parent of this particular current node, which is the actual node A, and using this parent element, I'm going to find all the children of this parent using parent.children. Now remember, I told you that children, it is going to return a HTML collection, so I need to do array.from to get the actual array. Now I have the children, but I need the index of the child, so I'll do children.index of this particular current node. Now I got the index of the current node. I'll push the index of the current node into the path array like so, and I'm going to move upward by doing current node equal to parent. Now when this loop completes, we will have the entire array of path. Let's move this function on top, and now we are going to implement the second function, which is get node from the path. So function get node from path, and we're going to pass the argument as the root and the path to the node, which is the array that we just constructed. Let's define the current node as the actual root itself, because now we have to travel from top to bottom. So I'm going to run a loop here until the path to node array exists, or the length exists, because I'm going to start popping the elements from here. So we will do current node equal to current node dot children, but we need to know the index of this child. So I'm going to make it as index path to node dot pop. This is going to give me the index from the last item. So we are actually using a stack data structure here to find the current node, and then we'll run the loop. When the loop completes, I will actually get the current node. So here I have the current node and I have the path as well. So when I run the actual function, the function called get symmetric node, I'm going to get the value.